Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. You know, this has been a great and compelling show, Bruno, and I am looking forward for you to come back here and help educate our listeners and myself to this issue. Once you start peeling this onion back. But, you know, today is Christmas Day, and in a week we're going to have a new year, and that new year is going to bring upon an election cycle. And everything we're saying today is not going to be changed unless we get good people into office with the political will to make some of these reforms or dismantlements.
Let me butt in here on such a wonderful day, and let's speak about a religious school at St. Elizabeths at 4100 South Wabash in Chicago. And I've been hanging around St. Elizabeths over 15 years because they are such a great example of what can be done. And it's a private school, of course, and it's in a tough neighborhood. And the total cost of educating a child in St. Elizabeths is about $4,500. Now, contrast that with the city of Chicago. Take it all in, the cost of buildings and everything else. It's about $16,000 per child.
So the government gives us, for one kid, you could do 3 kids.
Yeah, they could do 3.
Well, you know, and you know what? These are the elections.
I challenge anybody, and I tell you, everybody ought to have a Christmas present for St. Elizabeths because they really can do with more money. Their teachers make less than half of the average teacher in the public school system. They're doing a terrific job.
St. Elizabeths,
they could use a little bit more money.
What's the address? Where is it at? So
4100 South Wabash in the city of Chicago.
You know, the Christmas spirit, if you'd like to donate to St. Elizabeths, that would be helpful.
If you want to see something good, drop in on St. Elizabeths, call them up, it'd be a good idea, but go in and see those shining-eyed kids. Listen, if anybody in that bad neighborhood monkeys with the kids from St. Elizabeth on the way to or from school, the street gangs will fix their clocks for them because they know the kids in St. Elizabeth are getting a break they didn't get.
That's awesome. Hey, Jack, let me ask you a quick question. What are you doing at the Republican Renaissance PAC to get lawmakers in with the political will to change our school system?
Well, what we've got to do is we've got to take the hide off of the IEA here in Illinois. They're a branch of the NEA, which Forbes called, I'll bring an article in that I circulated 1,000 copies back in 1993, when they called the NEA the National Extortion Association. I can show you charts of what the evil influence is of the Union, why they are the enemy of the Republic.
But the Republican Renaissance PAC has got great candidates. You know what, Bruno, thank you for joining us today. We are going to bring you back. And any final words?
It's really simple, folks. If you ever want to talk about this issue, if you ever want to start persuading people on this issue, the money has to follow the child to a vast new array of education services. Once you get that down, doesn't matter what you call it, charter, voucher, digital, anything, the money has to follow the child, and we'll end up with the best education system in the world in about 5 or 6 years.
We're going to bring Bruno back. Michael Brown.
Let me say one thing here, is that we ought to get a lesson from how lousy the government-run public schools are, and we shouldn't let that happen entirely to our health system.
Exactly.
The socialist school system stinks. Very expensive, very, very poor results. You don't want that to complete its deterioration as a socialist medical system.
Elections have consequences. We're going to do better.
I just want to quickly say to Republicans out there, in a federal election year coming up, we need to stay focused on the state issue. Even if we get a Republican president, Republican Senate, they can affect the problems that we have in the state.
Here, here.
Merry Christmas, listeners. Thank you for joining us here at Champion News Talk Radio. Your choice for the conservative voice. We'll catch you back here next Sunday at 8 a.m. on AM 560. Make it a great week, and God bless you, and Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining us.